Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grave Mistakes podcast. We're back with Starch, Slim, and special guest Ice Mike from the Who You Got with Mike and Mario podcast. Today, we're going to be covering one of our favorites, John Carpenter's The Thing.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? We can beat one of those things!
And as always, Slim's going to give us a little bit of a synopsis of the film before we get into it.
Very quick.
At
the beginning of the film, we see a flying saucer crash land somewhere in Earth. We don't know where. The movie starts.
Yes, we do.
We do know. We do know. Movie starts off with these American researchers on a base in Antarctica. They hear and see a helicopter chasing down a dog, and there's a lot of confusion going on, and it kind of just goes from there. But yeah, we can start off with the main plot.
Oh man, I thought this movie took place in Denton, Ohio, so it's really good that we cleared that up right off the... No, it was a joke. Okay, so I think the movie is just like, honestly, I've not had the opportunity to see this in theaters, whether it be for an anniversary or for anything else, but I discovered it sometime within the past 7 years, and I just can't get enough. It's the same feeling I get when I watch Halloween or Escape from New York. It's just like the John Carpenter-ness of it is just like sheer, like subtle horror, direct in your face, like effects, and then Kurt Russell doing his thing. So I'm super into it. There's nothing about this movie I'm going to be upset with.
Nothing?
Yeah, Mike, I was going to ask you, like, when was your first time watching this?
1982.
1982.
Of course, it's just like the Jaws. It's just like Jaws. I was there 10,000 years ago. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your first time experience.
Cool.
Oh, wow. 82. Let's see. 15, 14, whatever it was.
Oh, this is peak like horror age.
Yeah.
Went with a bunch of my friends. We did that back in the day because it was like probably $1 to get in.
Oh, okay. Now it's like $20.
Yes. And I can't say that I knew what. No, clearly, none of us knew what we were getting into.
It was about to go down.
It was Jaws times 10.
Times 10. Wow.
Because if you think about it, there was nothing ever like that.
No.
You guys have experienced way better graphics, way better special effects since then in your lives. We had none of that. So
how do you react to this?
I'm watching it like, what in the hell is going on? It was horrifying, dude. It's
scary for me even now to watch it. I think this movie is like one of the, like, especially for the time period, like, you know, in like the early 80s, most horror movies had low budgets before this. So like a lot of the scares would come from like sounds, potential jump scares, or like kind of cutaway moments, because they couldn't afford to, like, you know, make a practical creature that would rip your face off and open up into like a demon dog. So I imagine like when they're just like, oh yeah, no cutaway, full practical effects, ridiculous gore, it's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So imagine, like I'm saying, you guys have experienced a lot of good things in the movies, cinema. We had nothing to that level. It didn't exist. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
There's no way this movie did successful in the box office originally. I feel like people would have been like way too shocked for this movie to make money.
It did not make money.
Yeah.
No, it did not make money. And I'm watching, I don't know what I was watching yesterday. John Carpenter was talking about, and they assumed it was because E.T. had come out.
Oh.
Happy family movie, right? Which is really corny now. I wouldn't even watch E.T. right now. And it was a winter movie released in the summer. So they feel that those things
they messed it
made
up.
people like, no.
Yeah.
And then Roger Ebert and George, what's his name? Gene Siskel was like,
Oh man, Siskel and Ebert are guys. No,
definitely Ebert hated it.
he was not getting down.
Yeah. I think it's also a remake, so it hadn't really like
is.
a quote unquote
It is.
remake. So people were like, I don't want to see this.
I don't know what it was. I don't know.
Well, it worked for you. The marketing material got y'all into the theater.
Seats, yeah.
All you gotta do is say horror, scary. We run into the movie theater. We didn't know. I don't even remember what the previews were. I don't remember any of that.
I was gonna
Ooh, I
ask
can't
you
wait to
how
see
the
this.
trailer, like they must have not shown any of that craziness, like in the
It's just
trailer.
Kurt Russell running and saying things.
Yeah.
I need to probably watch that, but I don't recall seeing anything.
If that's the case,
was-
I'm gonna have to kill you,
was
childs. Like, like, that's probably the whole trailer.
Okay, enough about my horrible childhood experience. This movie traumatized me as well.
Oh, back-to-back childhood trauma. All right, Justin, what do you
Yes,
think?
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I watched this before at like the age of 10, and like I just specifically remember like the Norris like defibrillator scene the most. Like that was just ingrained.
Yes.
Because when that happened, I was like, oh, there's a lot more going on here than I initially thought. But
The last 20 minutes of the movie is just back-to-back absurdities. Like like I said, I just finished it. That's the scene I started with to finish the movie, and I was like, holy shit! Like, you get the spaceship, the defibrillator, windows getting thrown around, like the whole end scene. Yeah,
oh yes,
it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, ragdolls. We need to bring those back. By the way, it's much more unsettling when it's a ragdoll than if they just do like some CGI stuff.
Yeah, like so, like from the beginning, you know, like the Norwegians, they come in and like it's kind of crazy because you forget how like the other Norwegian dies, where he just like accidentally throws a bomb.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
looking for it. The helicopter just explodes, and the other one just like, and then goes and tries to kill the dog. Still, he's still dead set on this mission. Oh my god.
Yes, I appreciate. I thought that the two Norwegians were just stormtroopers in disguise, kind of bumbling. But when you think about it, they were focused.
Oh, locked in.
Oh yeah.
Especially the shooter, he was like, "I'm getting that dog.
Yeah.
Never mind what's going on. That dog is a menace. I saw what it did to all my crew. It's got to go." I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Didn't care about communicating himself to anybody. He just shot first.
He says it. He says it in Norwegian.
Yeah.
Like if you know Norwegian, you understand what that dog is. But no, I was gonna ask you guys like in Norwegian, like Norwegia, is there
Norway?
wherever they speak Norwegian
God
in
damn
Norway?
it.
In Norway is the country, yes.
Yeah, did they play like a different language? Because you obviously get what's going on.
That's
in
an
the
excellent
movie.
question. Maybe they switched it to like to Spanish or something
English
for the
or
Norwegian
Spanish.
crowd. It's like
The Spanish base, we have to go. Something happened over at the Spanish base.
yeah, the Spanish. Yeah, but it's like their mouths are still mouthing Norwegian, so he's like
yeah, exactly. yeah.
Spanish base. Yeah. I think his attempt at like saying something in Norwegian. Oh God,
Norwegian.
Swiss,
Norwegian.
What are they?
Norwegian.
Oh, that's the
You
okay.
say-
Swedish? Is it? They speak
Well,
Swedish.
they're from Norway. They're Norwegian. What the language is?
Okay,
I don't know.
so
You could say
their
Norwegian.
language, when he like yells at him, and you could tell it's some form of a curse word, and you don't know what you're dealing with, and then opens fire on bro, and he gets shot on the leg. His reaction to getting his thigh blown off by a stranger is completely like a little too dull for me. He's just like, oh man, that was terrible. Like, and then he's not even screaming or anything. He's just like,
I can't believe that happened again. That's what it felt like.
oh yeah, exactly. I think Palmer is probably like with that revolver. He's probably just messing around too much. He didn't skip a beat. He smacks that window out with the pistol and just starts and just dumps
Oh, that's
dude's
Gary.
face. Oh,
I
Gary.
was gonna say Gary, like they're in an Arctic base. Gary, as soon as the shooting starts happening, he smacks a window and he just puts his, and he shoots him in his eye.
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah,
yeah, like
shot.
dead eye, straight shot.
up. Yeah, and they're like, okay, and then the movie kicks off. We're taking care of the dog now. We don't know what's happening. We got to go figure out what's going on.
See, the dog initially, like, it walks up to I forget his name. He's like the dog handler, and he just starts licking his face, and I'm like,
Clark.
Is that the moment?
Clark, exactly. Yeah, is that the moment? Turns out later, no, but they have such like a. He just lets the dog just free roam through it the entire time, and since we all watched this movie before, we're just like, every time we see a dog, and he just, he looks like a dog, but he's just.
And I think that they really jazz you up with like the ambiguousness of the beginning and the dog walking around, because you don't know you don't really know who gets the thinged first, kind of like you have an idea.
Yeah, you have an idea,
but the first time the movie actually kicks into gear when they yell at the dog for being at the table and it gets taken. The dog walks through the hallway after we get introduced to the characters through all of their pretty. It's interesting because we're introduced to the characters from all of their like nitpicks or like little irritations about each other, like Knowles like playing the music super loud at night, everybody being irritating, McCready just kind of being like a drunk asshole. He like pours his drink into the computer. That's like $30,000. So like
every time, like, why does he do that?
Yeah, exactly. And so after we're kind of introduced to everybody, that's when we just get the dog enters room, shadowy figure, then the doom doom, and then it just does like the slow fade cut, and you're like, okay, we're in the movie now.
Something happened, yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off. For you guys, how did the music affect you? I know that's your last question, but it's so integral at the beginning. Like, it's the first thing. It's like, dum dum. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, so in my notes,
it's chilling.
I wrote down just dum dum because I just like this so much.
No,
Dum
but
dum.
it's so effective because it's not like the Jaws theme where it gradually builds aggressive tension, or like a Halloween theme where you're in the mix. It's like it's kind of like that slow techno-y Escape from New York kind of style too. It's like there's like something is clearly, but it's even slower paced than that. It's more like a question mark than like a definitive negative. It's bad, but you don't know how bad, so it just feels more like fear of what's happening or what could happen rather than like what's actually in the moment. So I think like that's why the score is so, because it never increases pace. Like it's just like, even in an intense scene where they're like blowing shit up and everything's on fire, you still hear the slow crawl of it. It's just kind of like this slow march to like, no one's getting out of here. And it just gets scarier and scarier, even though the pace doesn't change. So it honestly just becomes more effective to me, I think, the longer the movie goes on. Man. Yeah. Okay,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's I guess it's thing time. So once we're introduced to the first transformation is in the dog kennel. So the dog gets thrown in after like everyone's annoyed with him eating at the table, I guess. And then all the other dogs
annoyed because he bit the guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does bite him.
Does he bite him? I thought he just scares him.
Oh.
Playing cards.
He bit him on the leg under the table. He's like, oh.
That was Palmer?
Maybe.
That makes way more sense.
Yes, I believe it was Palmer. He bit him on the leg. And so he's like, get that dog out of here. So finally,
yes, after 36 hours, probably this dog is like, let's go put it with the other huskies.
Yeah.
Isn't that what? Like, why is? I know it's the movie. They had to do the thing. But it's like, why was this dog allowed to hang out with the rest of the people?
Well,
y'all know this dog.
I would like to consider that there's like 7 dudes who have been forced to live with each other in like the Antarctic. They're all idiots for sure. Like, there's nothing to do. So there's not a lot of common sense. And there's like little jabs. They're probably being petty. Like Clark is like, nah, man, these guys are dicks. Like, we're just going to let this dog run around and piss everyone off. They're all probably just taking little digs at each other. Like, I think Knowles doesn't turn the music down because he's probably just irritated with all of them. Yeah, it's all just little.
I was going to say, yeah, like, I think like Clark just lets it free roam because, he's very attached to the dogs, like, especially from what we see later and like how he reacts to like what happens to the dog. So he's probably like, oh, I'm just letting him like, chill for a bit. But, I think he lets him chill for like 2 days outside the kennel, or like a day and a half.
Yes.
It's just too much time.
And that dog comes in and the other dogs are like, rough. And the audience were like, huh.
It's such an awkward scene because it's like, it's just trying to imitate them. And it's just like late.
Like he's just trying to pretend, and they're not. I never even thought about it from that perspective. He was just like, because it's facing the wall. Like all the other dogs are. And they clock him immediately.
Transformation.
Yeah, you hear the and you're like,
I was gonna say it's like cicadas or like some type of insect, some weird like just like hive sound or something like that, and then like just like some tentacles start spewing in tubes and like
because the dog's skull unfolds and falls out of its head, and you're just like,
yeah,
it is what? Like what? Imagine now. Imagine in 1982, no clue what's getting ready to happen, and that's the thing that happens.
yeah.
So like how many years away are we from like the high top fade situation? I'm trying to get like an idea of what the theater's dressed like right now. You know, like what are we
High top fade, maybe 4 or 5 years. So I don't remember what no.
like, is this like a crew of leather jackets in the building right now? Like, are we,
More like a members only kind of thing.
members only? Okay. Because I just imagine like when the dog's skull falls out, it's just, oh, hell no. Everybody in the theater is just not getting down with this.
I recall there was no quietness at that time. Like everybody was like, what's going on?
Reacting,
nobody had seen that. You understand? Nobody. Jaws was nothing like this.
No, because Jaws is hiding from you until we get like the USS Indianapolis scene, and then it becomes real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before that, everything is like
it's still a shark. You've seen a shark before. It's huge.
Yes,
but you've seen a shark. You've never seen an alien bust out of a dog's head.
Yeah, this is like a cosmic like enemy. This is something we can't understand.
And it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't cut away. It's like,
yeah,
this is happening.
And it doesn't operate conventionally either, because it just starts spewing like alien milk at the other dogs, and then it grabs one, and you're like you don't know how it functions,
sad, right?
Bro,
yes.
I have a note about how McReady, how he just, I think he hears like a little bit of what's going on. He immediately smashes the emergency button, pulls it, and starts running. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
How do you jump into gear that fast?
His survival instincts throughout the entire movie are just instantly on go time, except for, like, you know what I think it is? He's the type of character that only needs to make a mistake one time and he'll never make it twice.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's a very interesting characteristic that follows him, because the Norwegian dude started blasting, and he, from that point forward, he's on high alert. It smacks the thing. Childs get the flamethrower immediately, like clocks the situation. Childs get the flamethrower, and then they're like about to but they're all in disbelief. They get there and they're while it's like absorbing all the other dogs.
Like us, like this. What?
See,
y'all seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
They had to be traumatized.
Oh, instantaneously, and then it's just like man mode. Hey, dump the shotgun clip into the creature, and then it's not doing anything. And that John goes up into the ceiling, like when it does the arm grow, and then it starts to do like a conventional pull up. It was like, no, like bro, child, and he, and then he starts airing out the other dogs, and of course Clark is just not reading the room. So
he just shoots one straight in his chest.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay.
And then he's like, no, and he does like the little shotgun grab, and then Childs does his thing, and then from that point forward, everybody's like, what's going on? Now, Alien came out in 1979, so like the chest burster idea is still in everyone's head, but this is like evolved past like it's in somebody and then it comes out. It's like the whole body is becoming the egg, you don't
even know. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think this movie becomes a little different than Alien, because Alien and this movie are both like the you can't trust your crewmate situation. But in Alien, there is the you can't trust your crewmates because they're annoying, and there's an external threat. This one is like it's Among Us. Like it's a whodunit murder mystery almost. And at no point do you know how the aliens impact people. You've only seen impact a dog by this point. All you know is like, it's going down. And I think this is where the scientist analyzes the blood, I'm pretty sure. Is this where it happens, or is it a little bit?
They get ready. So they decide to go to
their base, right?
Yeah, see what happened.
Doc and McCready decided to go to the base. I was like, is that a smart idea? But I mean,
You know what? Yeah, that is a very. I would have made the same play though. I think we learned that like McCready is the helicopter pilot, I guess, and they're like, "Let's go." I would have brought everyone. I don't know if I'm just going there 2 people deep. 2-3 guys. Like the sight of the situation, and then they get there. We get like the massive. Oh no, actually no. You get Bro's half head sliced with his wrists out, and then you're like
frozen.
Yes, frozen. So it's like, they've been fighting in the mix for a hot minute there.
Yeah. So like, does he do that himself? Because
I think so.
You can do this to your wrist.
It looked like
the
it, but
cut on his neck. If y'all look at that thing is deep.
Yeah, Bro tried to take his own head off for sure. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
it's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible that he was tied up, like.
Okay. You know what? Yeah.
Chair, and maybe somebody cut him, or
yes,
or he just. We'll never. That's the thing about this movie. A lot of it is you'll never know.
Yes, I think for this movie particularly, I think it's funny that like apparently the Norwegians have never discovered fire. They just went grenades and bullets. Like they never got to the fire part of it, and I think that's why they lose.
I'm not sure. I mean, like they're just trying to chase it down and like just blow it up. It's such a weird thing. You want them with a helicopter and a flamethrower, and they're just like circling and just spewing flames on it. Is that what you want?
Yeah, and also, is the Norwegian base a military operation? Because it seems
I think
like
they're the same. Like
I have to watch the prequel. I started, but I didn't really focus on it.
Yeah, nobody likes that one.
They tried it.
See, I was gonna ask you guys random. I cannot get that prequel out of my head when watching this movie anymore. All I can think about is, they came from that. I watched this before. No, I know this.
I actually refuse to watch it. Off. Yeah, I refuse to watch the movie because because I heard the thing creature is CGI instead of practical. So I don't want to ruin the idea of the creature not being like made or sculpted.
Like the story's okay.
No, I intentionally didn't watch it. I saw the trailer on the Amazon Prime thing, and I was like, yeah, actually, I think I'm forever good off that. Let's see. Okay, we got the transformation scene.
Don't they take the body? Like they see the melded body of some of the Norwegians, and they take it back.
They brought Is that the first time or second time?
That's the first time, and then they have some documents. And I want to say they get Norris, and they go over to where they were, to where they got the alien from.
Yes.
Yeah, and then after that they go back and they don't leave after that. So
they discover the mega spaceship on the second go run. But the first one, they see that thing and they're like, "Is it human?" And they're like,
the two head thing, right?
Yes. Yes, and that's which is like when you see it, as the audience, you're like, "What the fuck is that?" Because you just know it's something human, but like, why is the face bifurcated? Is that 2 people or 1 person split up? And then it kind of just starts like leaking, like when they take it out of the bag, and you're like, ugh.
It melts.
Yeah, it melts. Yeah.
And they're like doing autopsy on it, and he's like, it's got all its regular organs. It's a person, and you're like, that's what it does to people. Like it's the slow crawl towards what's about to get down. It's like it's building tension, but it doesn't have to do any of the conventional methods. It's just kind of implied that this is going to happen to them.
Yeah. So we get my favorite character. Oh my God, Blair.
No, Blair's the best character in this movie besides Childs.
When Blair is on it's so funny because I was making this joke in my head. Blair has ChatGPT back in 1982. He's typing in the values. He's like, what happens if this assimilates with a dog cell? Oh, okay, it perfectly assimilates. You can't even tell what it is. What happens when it gets to the actual human population? Oh, it's gone in a couple hours. We can't do this.
Yeah, it's like,
and he immediately starts going crazy.
No. You forget the last query that he types in. And it's like percent chance that a team member is already infected, 75%. And in the entire scene, he doesn't interact. Like this actor, there is no overact. Like Wilford Brimley, there is no overacting. Yeah. He's just like. Yeah. He's just typing, and then he gets up and gets active immediately. Like the helicopter controls like the forklift shit, and he just starts losing it. And eventually they find him tearing up the server room, and he's in full gear. Like he can't, like, you know, because what, like McCready's like are obviously our eyes in the movie, so like everyone is uncovered, and you just hear the cue cue, and they're like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Are you Blair's losing it?" And he's got a fire axe in one hand and the 9 in the other, and he's like, and they're like, you think he's just being dramatic, but somebody stands up or something to say something to him. I think Shiles flanks and is like, "Yo, chill out, man." And Blair turns around and he just starts dumping the clip. He's like, "I'll kill you." You're like, "Oh, this guy's serious." And then we get them rushing him with the kitchen table with the fire axe, and they beat the hell out of him, which is hilarious because it does that like horrible sound with the punching, like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So he's like,
I noticed it. Yeah.
The cabin fever of this movie is like the secondary antagonist. It's just them turning against each other.
Either him, Blair, or like the doctor, when like when they see like the Norwegians going crazy and they kill him, one of them's like, "Oh, it must have been a case of the cabin fever." they definitely put that foreshadowing in there.
Back when they were just prescribing things without having any knowledge. Oh man, you just need a little bit of, put a little Robitussin on that, a little bit of honey, you gonna be okay. You know,
you'll be okay.
All right, so somebody walk us into our first like substantial human person is infected scene, because I think this is another pivotal moment where we're like, our character base is not safe and who's gonna survive.
Yeah, so this is Bennings, I believe. Bennings and I think Windows or Palmer, they walk into like that storage room because like, they do like the whole autopsy. I noted that like, it's either Blair or the doctor, when they're going throughout the body, man, they just get like the blood all on them. I'm like,
you don't think about
what's happening there. Yeah, exactly. Just on rewatch, I noticed. But yeah, they put the body in the storage room, and Bennings is in there alone with it for like a second.
It's like the one part in the movie where you absolutely know
he's dead. Yeah, because it starts leaking.
Yes.
Like off the table, and his friend's like, "Hey, I'll be right back," for no reason, and then just heads out.
Ominous. It's just like that leaking. What's going on?
And then he comes back in, and I think Windows comes back in, and Bro is like snatched up to the body, covered in blood, and he's getting like tentacled, and I think he just screams for McCready or something, or like everybody. Yeah. And they come in, and then
he ran out and got everybody. Yeah.
By the time they come back,
where he. That's the scene where Windows runs back out, and when they come back, they see him, and is that when he stands up and they burn him and he runs through the wall? Is that the guy? Because I don't know if that happened.
When they come back, yeah, Bennings, he's the one getting transformed. Like, he goes to go get, like, Windows goes to get other people. They come back and he's like already running with his jacket on. Like he put it.
That's the guy that went out. He jumped out the window. He went out the window.
Yeah, he jumped out the window. That's right. Yeah, jumped out the window.
And that's right. That's the scene. That was in the previews.
Okay.
So they're the weird terraformed hand and Bro. Okay, yeah, that would have got me.
Oh God, that's American.
Then they all.
I'm gonna say. Oh no! I'll wait till most chilling scene. Actually, I'm gonna lock it in. That's mine.
No! Okay. Or chill out. All right. Okay. Chill. All right. So, yeah. After Bro starts screaming in the ice, and they're all staring at him in disbelief because they now know it can affect people. That's when the moment was where they got to kill him, and he's like, "Bro, torch him." And then I think it's who was it? Who's the sheriff again? The sheriff-y-esque character? Gary. That's when Gary goes, like, I've known him for 10 years. And he's like, you know, what's going on? Like, he can't accept that he's dead or terraformed or whatever. He's just like, what's happening? Like, and he's like, I know as much as y'all do, you know. And then, you know, another slow doom doom, and then we're kind of into the mix again as we're taking through another set of characters.
See, like, that's like the first like pivotal moment where they realize they can't trust like anybody almost. Like he said, 10 years, and you just see this dude just like, it looks like him. It's not him. It's just.
And you don't know what they look like when they're in full completion yet either, because he's almost there. Yes. He's almost like fully become him, you know. So you're like, you know, they can imitate, like, you know, as I said previously, perfectly.
I think the original thing was just like a Frankenstein monster. But this becoming the person is way more terrifying. and you could tell they like looking around like, are you an alien? Are you an alien? I know I'm not an alien. Are you an alien?
Mm-hmm.
The whole, it's crazy. It's the tension that is built up throughout this movie.
And I think that's probably the thing that would have got me too. Like, especially later in the movie where he starts tying everyone up and like he does like the, Childs now will have to kill you line, and Clark goes for it and he just domes him right there. Like, yeah, like I'm pulling a McCready, man. Like, or Blair, like I'm going crazy off of the fact that I can't trust everybody, because it's like the second you start to try to act rational or something, somebody's going to do some dumb shit, like I'm almost immediately. There's the when Gary's sitting in the chair and he goes, "Hey, I know you guys have been going through a lot."
No, you can't go there yet.
Okay, fine. Well, wait. That's like that's one of the funniest. But I think that's the second most unintentional funny scene when they lock Blair up. By the way, when they nail him into his office for revolting. Yes, and they come
out now.
they come back to see him.
Okay.
And McCready comes to check on him, and he's like. And eventually he's like, I don't think I'm doing okay. And there's like the noose in the background. Like it's not mentioned at all. He's just
okay now. You can let me out.
I'm good. I'm not crazy anymore.
Okay.
If I was, I would know it. I'm a doctor.
Right then and there, do you guys think he is assimilated?
Absolutely. Like I think you don't think so? I think this is like slightly after he's assimilated.
At the time, to the movie, I didn't question his capture, so to speak. I didn't really think about it because he was outside. I didn't really think about him as much. So when they saw him, like, oh, okay, interesting. But I never thought. Even I watched it yesterday. I still didn't think this is the moment. Yeah, he was gone. I don't, because it could have been any moment that the thing got him.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. Yeah, especially like later on when we see what Blair like assimilated Blair is up to, like underneath his cabin. It's like how long did it take him to do that? Like how smart?
I get you guys' point. I was thinking, did he do a Shawshank Redemption, or was that underground space already there and he just found it? Because it was huge. No human could dig that.
I think it's
That's
a
right, no
Shawshank.
human.
Because when the creature later is like doing the underground like sandworm trick, you're like, oh, this thing can burrow at like the speed of sound. So I think we did like we made that little cave underneath the floorboards for the spaceship. I also love that he was making a spaceship helicopter hot rod situation with like an exhaust pipe. It just doesn't know how to not make a flying saucer. So I don't know. That's like
for some reason I'm like Blair seems like the perfect person to assimilate to build that. Like I feel like he just has the knowledge to build that. Is that just me?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I also wrote down like when it comes to assimilation, is it like you guys think there's any kind of like memories or something like that goes along with like taking somebody over? Because I'm not sure how much they talk.
I would have to say yes, because there were moments, plenty of moments when the thing was already a person, and they acted normal.
Right.
They didn't speak suspicious. They weren't like, oh, forget that.
Yeah. So I was just trying to think.
Yes.
Like Palmer is like the one we know for sure. Like we see his transformation and all that. I want to go back and look at his scenes before, but we don't really know when it happens. But I guess like right before.
I think this movie also that's funny. I think the movie also stays away from doing the thing where they're like, hey, somebody say something that only I would know about you kind of thing. Like they never do that cliche.
You're right, yeah.
Like, so I think the creatures can't do the memory takeover thing. Cause there's not like a plead for memory. Like, remember that time when we was 6 years old? Like no one does that, it's all like physical science tests when they're trying to figure out who's the creature. No one does like an appeal to humanity, which I think is actually really interesting. I don't even know if they would have thought to do that, or if like, maybe they just preferred to do it the way cooler, like, let me just light this copper syringe fire thing and then go for the... Like, I don't know, that's absurd. Like, also, like, the strategy later on to just blow up the base. They're like, this thing wants to freeze, so let's blow the base up. Like,
let's blow the base
can't
up.
it just walk 13 feet to the left and then freeze itself? Like, did I miss something here?
I was thinking the same.
Can it leave you guys to freeze? Can it just go away from the base?
Yeah.
You're going to die because you have no food, no heat. You're going to die. So, you know.
So, which character burns themselves with the flamethrower? Because there's like a...
I have no idea how Fuchs dies. It's such a confusing thing. Fuchs is the guy who looks like Steve Jobs. Yeah.
He did on purpose. He did on purpose.
He's really smart because he's like, McCready, trust me, like Blair, there's something wrong with Blair. I saw some of his writings, and that's how they figure out that Blair's about to go crazy. But I like his character a lot. And it's just, it's such a random thing because I think the lights go off and he just like steps outside because he sees some movement, like someone walks through like past the doorway. And he goes outside, put his jacket on, and then that's it. We don't see him, and we see a burnt corpse of him with a flare.
So he picks up. That's when John Carpenter decides to plant the seed that maybe McCready is.
Yeah, right.
Not on the up and up. So he finds the
tattered jacket or whatever.
Yeah. Then he gets killed or kills himself. We have another thing.
The wiki actually specifically states that Fuchs incinerates himself with a flare. So the only thing we know is that he sees the movement, goes outside, and whatever occurred, and we've established that he's a rational, smart character. So to me, it's implied that he knows he just got infected somehow. So he's taken himself out. But the middle ground is the confusing thing. So I would imagine whoever he interacted with, he knew was infected, and he knew he was next. So he just cooks himself.
I thought it was more of like, I thought he trusted McCready the most. And then once he saw that, he's quote unquote transformed, or at least what he thought, he just killed himself. He was like, I can't trust him.
Oh, he's like, I had one friend here and he's out. Yeah. It's like, Justin got turned into the thing. Might as well just log out real quick.
Might as well just go. Yeah, I can't.
It's a horrible way to go.
I can't go on.
Yeah. I can't make it. Flamethrower or a flare incineration is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I hear what y'all saying, but I can't imagine having the balls to light a flare
and to cook it.
Put it on yourself, and your natural reaction is not to roll around in the snow. I can't.
He went full gasoline snow angel and just kind of sat there with it.
Just kind of sat there. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, he lights it in the lab to then leave because the lights are off. So he's been carrying it for a little bit.
Unless the implication is that it's an accident, that he has the flare in his hand and that
that'd be crazy.
Someone throws gas on him or something, and that he technically incinerates himself. Yeah, like a little cartoon. He slips on a banana peel, the flare turns around in the air, lands on him, catches him on fire. We're doing the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Fuchs would have been they set him up to be this guy would have solved the murder if not for him getting clapped out off rip. I think this is where we start to get into is McCready or Childs at any point actually the thing, and I have to vote no. We're getting really far, and we're gonna circle back to this point once we get to the third act. I guess we can kind of jump to the Dr. Norris stuff when the body opens up and starts biting.
So I think I was gonna say Gary at some point, just real quick, he's like, guys, I'm not fit to be your leader and whatnot. And then they're like, hey, Norris, everybody likes you. Let's do you. And he's just like, nah, guys. Is he assimilated right then and there? And he's just turning it down because he doesn't want to seem it has to act more.
I think that's got to be the play.
It has to act more.
Yeah,
right?
You want to talk less if you're the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right? He would be more passive and just chill. So when that happens, and then Norris just starts freaking out, is it because he's slowly becoming assimilated, or why does it start negative? It's just it doesn't seem like it wants to come out right there. And Norris just it seems like he's human, but he starts freaking out and something's going wrong, and then the transformation occurs. It's kind of hard to say.
Interesting. I thought he had a heart attack.
Yeah, he's freaking out,
before knowing that the thing is in him.
Yeah,
I'm thinking he just had a heart attack.
Yeah, heart attack. Okay.
The wiki does say died of cardiac arrest and then turned into the thing.
What?
which means the thing was already in him.
It
Did
was
the thing
it was
cause-
taking him over, and then he has the heart attack, which the thing is like, I gotta activate now because it's gotta preserve itself or whatever, I guess. So I guess it was like doing the alien like little. It was hiding, like it didn't like fully take over yet.
Yes,
Really
I'm gonna
hard.
agree with Justin. I had never thought about that way. He was like 99% completion,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was thinking. Yeah.
but he had a heart attack in the
Mm-hmm.
process. The actual human person part of it. Then they put him on the table, and the thing was like, well,
What does that feel like? You know, like my thing is like it's like, guys, my like toe itches, like something ain't right. You know, like what's the
Right.
what is being the thing to feel like, or is it like my stomach hurts? You know,
See, I was also thinking like, especially since we're talking about Norris and like how like he was a human and then kind of transitioned. Like, is a snap of the fingers and you just no more? It's just locked in. Like I am no more. I am dead. My soul is gone. I am the thing. You
I
know?
think there's so much ambiguity in this.
Yeah, it
movie,
really is. Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
So you could say what you think, and it could actually be the case. Then
Mhm.
Jessica could have a thought, and I can have a thought. But the thing is, they never gave it to you.
and they never want to
They left-
either.
They left so much. You're like,
Yeah,
maybe.
John
Yeah.
Carpenter still doesn't want to tell you whether Childs or McCready is the creature, or if any of them. He's like, nah. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
I mean, it makes the
Pretty
movie
amazing, actually.
significantly stronger and scarier because you don't really know, like, you know, the creature has basic science, but you don't know like anything past that point. So I just imagine when Palmer's like doing the little like couch jumping thing, like he was gone for a while. You know, he's just kind of sitting there not reacting.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Like, this is like one of the most like iconic scenes in the movie when they're testing the blood. They're
Yeah.
all tied to the couch.
So
Wait,
after
wait, you gotta
bro,
do the- you
we
gotta-
gotta do
you
the
gotta talk
arm
about your
thing.
scene.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
do
your scene.
your defibrillation.
Oh,
thing.
my scene.
Yeah,
my
run,
scene.
run,
Oh,
take
yeah, I
us through
forgot.
it.
Yes. Yeah. So Norris.
That's Nora.
I like Norris. Like he's like the geologist. Oh my god. Yeah. So he has like that nice little sweater on, but he starts freaking out. And, you know, he starts convulsing like crazy. So I guess it kind of does make sense because I thought they said he. Oh yeah, they say he wasn't breathing. I think Nall is
it
like
is.
puts
Somebody
his
did.
ear.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And they start using the defibrillator on him, and we're getting like the clear like doom 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 doom. And this is kind of like an alien scene where I don't think anybody would assume what was going to happen.
No, there. What? Like, are you kidding? Because we've only seen the thing do like the weird like exorcism. We haven't seen it turn into a goddamn like a kaiju.
Mouth.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was like full rancor. Like, what is going on?
like the practical effects of just like clear, his arms go deeper than they should, like the teeth open up, they just chomp down the bone and the bleeding just started occurring, and then the doctors
Just nubs.
and then
Then he falls.
they're like get the flamethrower, and they do. But then like the head is just stretching, and like as it's stretching, there's like this green goo and ooze just starts busting out. And it just falls on the ground. No one notices, it seems, because like when it turns into like this little, like it makes like that the cicadas noise and turns to the spider. The thing just likes these arms, man, because it did the same thing with like the dog.
Yeah, man, it turning into like an all-wheel drive, like a little race car with that thing is fucking disgusting.
The eyes, they pop out like the top of its head. and
Yeah,
just,
like it's
crawling
already
away.
got eyes, but but when because they all notice it at the corner of their eye a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they all turn around at the same time, and then I think
Mm-hmm.
Niles is like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, man!" Because it's just looking at him. It doesn't like that's the other sketchy thing. That it would have been scarier. It would have been less scary for it to run away. But the fact that it gets
Mm-hmm.
into the doorway and just kind of hits one of these real quick, like it was a pure aura play. That was not a survival instinct. It just wanted to let them know that I'm still here.
Yeah, it's very memorable for me because I thought that was in more of the movie. It appears for a little bit and it dies immediately, but it's still ingrained. Like this is like, I thought it was just like hiding or like throughout like the base or something like that, but they kill it immediately.
So there's another moment where that like those like little moments must have been happening every time they killed one of these things, because when later when they're doing the iconic blood test scene when he activates the blood from I think Palmer. When he drops the blood hits the ground and it starts moving like a like a collective consciousness towards something. Like it doesn't. It's not just blood. It's like all three of those major blood drops are already a thing. So they just start like kind of acting in a weird way. So you're like, oh man, like how many times did they like blow up something or shoot somebody and like the fucking index finger like crawled away or something?
It's just everywhere, right? That's crazy.
Never thought about that.
Yeah. Man, all right, and this is my favorite part of the movie is when they do the scene because he's just like everyone. By this point, everyone's aggravated and also terrified. So when he ties him to the thing and he does the test, no one even. The cool thing is all the actors are like perfectly dialed in because all of them are convinced that somehow they also might be the thing. Like you see the relief in their face. This is after Clark gets his shit blown back for trying to kill McCready with a scalpel. Which by this point, I'm tired of Clark. He just keeps like getting in the way for the most part.
Yeah.
And it asserts that McCready is not afraid to kill all these guys, and he has the child stand up. Child is also way too like anti-authority most of this movie. Like, man, if you don't shut up and just do the thing.
He said, "I want to be leader." Like everybody's like, "No, Child, you cannot be
Childs,
leader.
we're not making you leader."
He ain't tying me up.
Then I'll have to kill you, Child.
Then kill me.
I mean it.
Like the second there was four of us left, you ran out to go do a 1v1 scenario, didn't tell anybody. So like absolutely not shot. And then maybe. So he does he's like, I got a little theory for you, and he starts cutting the copper, just doing Kurt Russell. He's just being Wyatt Earp for like 5 minutes here. And then
I was loving it.
And then does the thing, and then when Palmer starts like spazzing, the most terrifying moment of this movie is being tied up next to Palmer. It's not like the thing turning into someone else. It's not getting your arms ripped out. To me, it's like being tied up as not the thing next to Palmer while he's transforming, because you can't do a damn thing, and McCready's flamethrower is tweaking out. So, like, I mean, it turns into like a spaghetti monster. It flops to the ceiling. You're like, holy shit. Windows has no idea what to do, by the way. You gave the only dude with no concept of, like, what's going on a flamethrower. Nice. Like, McCready's sitting there like bro is reloading, he's like engineering it, and everybody and then Windows and somebody finally screams like Windows blast him, and he just, I don't know why he decides to go for a barrel stuff tech here, but like it falls down, face clamp, and then he just starts getting ragdolled, which is so much scarier than regular modern day effects, because he's just like just getting dragged around.
He's done for. Like, there's no more.
And it goes on for like 5 minutes. It's not like he gets clamped and then no. He's getting dragged around while McCready is still trying to reload this thing. And like I said, Childs, everybody on the bench is basically just trying to hobgobble out of there. Just amazing stuff.
Your favorite part. The second funniest part of the movie.
Oh yeah, when he's sitting, Gary's the last one. Hey, whenever you guys, get a chance, because I know we're pretty stressed. Get someone untie me from this fucking couch. He just starts.
I was gonna say, before Palmer, before he transforms, like I think they're about to test him, and they're just showing him for a second. And he does like an eye roll. He's like, I
gotta do the thing.
Yes.
Windows to me was the guy, like, because I had forgotten this scene, who turns first, and so Windows is the one for me that I thought was for sure the thing, because he starts doing the Kubrick stare for no reason, like when they're testing, he's like, you're like, oh, Windows is gone, but he's like, he's.
I bet this movie was so fun to make as the creator, so you can play with that all through the movie, because you don't know who to think.
Yes.
Make him blink, make him stumble over, make him do something. Like, is he the thing? And as a person watching, you don't know. You have no idea. You don't know who the thing is. The whole movie.
And the scary thing is too is like there's all those random little clues that might lead to nowhere, like the McCready jacket. Also, like when Knowles finds the sweater with all the holes in it earlier. Yeah, he says draws, but it looks like it's just an undershirt or something, but it's dismissed because we don't know that, like, that's like an indicator that someone just already got taken. So like, yeah,
they never follow through with it. They never follow through. And
the name tag,
they cut
it's ripped off. Yeah, like, bro, how smart is this thing? It's like,
extremely.
And just rips off
Yeah,
the
all of
blood
them.
links too.
All of them have. Oh yeah, because they're like Gary is the only one they could have gotten in there, and that's when he's like, Gary, I'll do you last. You're the only. Because I just think it was cool that McCready was telling the audience like who he thinks is the creature. He's like, I know your motherfucking ass is the thing, and he does the test, and he's not. And also, McCready in that scene loses faith in the test because he's going through it, and he tests the two guys, one of which it was the thing, and it for some reason doesn't activate or whatever. But
Which
when
one?
He does Clark and like Norris or somebody, like, right? Oh no, because Norris got
The doctor that got his arms chomped off.
Yeah, so he's like kind of like, damn, I don't think this motherfucker works. And then when he obviously hits to Palmer, it like turns. So man, like that scene is so good. And then I like that McCready is also in Terminator mode. He can't just torch it after it runs outside. He goes full dynamite stick right afterwards. He's just to finish it off, and then comes back and blasts windows. Yeah. Now we're in our final four moment. So it's what we got: Childs, Gary, McCready, Knowles, and then they're like, let's go do the test on Blair. And this is when they go find the Shawshank helicopter spaceship. Did anyone expect the generator room to be an entire new set piece that was the size of like the entire like base? Because I did not see that coming.
It's like almost like an ice cave underneath the base.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
went
so big.
Full Freddy Krueger boiler room for like the final 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, I just loved how like Blair / like the thing just knew to hide down there, because he was just chilling down there, man.
Oh yeah, like slasher movie style. Like he blew up the generator and then never left. Because they were like, their theory was, which you never gets proven, is that it shut down the generator to freeze itself, and the audience just accepts that as rational. But like in hindsight, you wonder if maybe that he shut down the generator to attract them to the room so he could kill them all or something like that.
Yeah. No.
Which is an even more. I think that's like honestly a more plausible situation. Also, like since Blair later exposes the dog part, it's kind of implied that this is like the Thing Prime, like one of the first like creatures to be present.
Yeah, it's really weird because like the final thing, like its final form, we see the dog. So it's kind of hard to say like what part of the thing was still like dog and like obviously human, and it made it to Blair to make this final form, because the dog gets torched. It's really hard to say, you know.
I think,
but here's the thing: everything gets burned, but none of them died.
Yeah, no.
Think about that. None of them. So they could have found all the burned pieces and merged.
Slowly merged. Okay. Yeah.
And the interesting thing is like going back to the Norwegian thing, maybe they were using grenades because that worked a lot better than the fire. Like we don't know whose like killing theory worked the best, really, because no one ends up surviving between either two groups.
None of them work because you can't kill it.
Yeah,
you can't.
It doesn't.
Unkillable, Jesse.
I like to think you can win. It doesn't like fire. No, yeah, unless other than full incineration, I don't think there's a way to defeat the creature. I also like how Blair gets to be, like Scream / Michael Myers for the last scene.
Oh yeah, the Gary takening. Yeah, that is, I love it.
The Gary takening. So no, it's the Gary takening followed by the 2-second clip of his whole face attached to Blair's arm while he's getting dragging him. Which I didn't expect, because like the fingers go through the skin and you're thinking it's over, but you get the excessiveness of the full suction cup. Knowles gets killed straight off screen right there. Like he just goes to check up on him, and then you kind of hear him, and then McCready does like the same instant, like, he knows, he's like, all right, bro, hell no, and he tries to blow him the fuck up.
Yeah, I always forget how that scene goes. Like when he goes into like that back room and he's just looking around. Like I honestly forgot like that we get like
he and Knowles were putting down the dynamite. They were connected in a wire to the old-fashioned detonator that nobody ever uses.
Yeah, they had
somebody got separated.
They had the Coyote and Roadrunner ass like detonator set up. Like they could have just lit that shit and run away. I like that thanks to McCready's alcoholism, they have enough Molotov cocktails to blow up the base. That was another pretty exciting detail about that. And then we obviously blow up the creature, and we get back, and then we get the where the hell were you, Childs? I thought I saw Blair. And then he gets the, what do we do now? I think we just sit here for a while, and then the doom doom, and then you're like, oh, peak cinema. So now we get to discuss, like, do we think anyone was the thing between Childs and McCready, and whose story do we think we believe and why? And we could share some fun internet theories if you guys want to get into some of that too.
Sure, do that.
Okay, Mike, you can go ahead and go first. What do you think at the end?
Knowing John Carpenter's mind, even though, and he did sequels, I think is very possible, it's highly likely that Childs was infected. Obviously, it's all speculation. But where were you? There were plenty of times in the movie he wasn't even a thought.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's odd. I never really thought about that. Like, there were times when he's nowhere in the picture.
yes.
I don't know if he was off making a movie somewhere and he couldn't make it on the set. I don't know. Maybe they were doing the movie with the they or whatever. But there were
They
times he
Live
wasn't
or whatever.
around. Yeah, he wasn't around. I'm like, oh. And now I know the reason he did it, John Carpenter. Let's put the suspicion out there. But I think it's likely that he was. If he wasn't, so be it. But I would lean towards Childs was infected.
Justin, what do you think?
It's really hard to say. Like, it's just the scene where he's, we see him and he's like at his station, and then like I don't even know how much later in like the movie length we get it again, and like the codes are all in a different order, and the door is open and he's gone, and he is gone from the movie like Mike said, for a while, especially at the end. They're going through each room of the base and blowing it up, and he is just like, quote unquote, lost in a storm. It's kind of hard. I mean, there's still lights of the base and there's a fucking fire going on. So like, find your way. That's the whole thing. How far away does he walk away to find Belair? It's so hard. But also, I really don't think he's like, I don't think it's him, honestly. I think he's human.
So you think McCready is creatured?
No, I think they're both not. I think they're both not. I just like they kind of make Chalice to seem like kind of irrational at times. So I kind of fail to think like understand what he was doing, but I honestly don't think it's him. Yeah.
So there's a fun fan theory that Childs is not the thing, because in the 2011 prequel, everyone's favorite rendition of this.
The earring.
Yes, they mentioned that
yeah.
the thing can't perfectly imitate inorganic material. So since Childs has an earring in the final scene, he can't be the creature.
Yes.
Which obviously like doesn't matter because the movie was made a bajillion years later. But I think that's pretty fun. Yeah, it's a fun little theory. I think that the only scenario where McCready is the thing is if there's thing on thing violence. And, like he's fighting for supremacy to be like the one that, gets to take over humanity. But I will say McCready is like not interested in leaving, which he wasn't from the get, because he's like, we're all going to die and it's probably better that way. Childs is the only one that goes like, so how we going to get out of here? And he's like, we're not. So I subscribe to none of them are the thing. I think that's more interesting, that it's just two guys thinking that each other is the enemy. But if anybody, I feel like Childs is definitely. And now we can just segue directly into nitpicks. Why the fuck is Childs the only guy not setting up the dynamite for the Shawshank cave? Like, why is he in another base? No call outs. Also, where are these guys' radios at? Come on, guys. We're in like a snow base. We don't have like, short distance radios. Like, he just... instantly out into the cold with his flamethrower. Like, you're taking one of two weapons, dog. We ain't got time for this. We know McCready's shit was broken like 5 minutes ago. We can't risk losing another flamethrower.
Yeah, it really comes to like the nature of the storytelling. Like Mike said, it's just like we don't really know everything. John Carpenter does not show everything. I wish we had known what Childs was doing during that. Like, I feel like if this movie came out like during this era and time, especially when like the Black Phone 2, where they show you everything in the movie and they don't leave anything up to imagination. Yeah, I like this.
Not happy with that movie.
I like the movie.
The movie is fantastic.
I like the movie, but
if you liked Nightmare 3 Dream Warriors, this is a very it's a very like specifically niche like copy of Dream Warriors.
That was great. That was the second best That was
Yeah.
the second best movie.
Yeah, this movie it's just revamped Dream Warriors if you're into that.
Okay. All right. Let's not.
That's next. That's
Second
next.
Okay, and then
I have a nitpick.
yeah,
since
no,
you
please,
mentioned
let's get into the nitty.
that. For me, my first nitpick was when they went back to the spaceship site, and the fact that they were able to scale down into the crevice with skill, like
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, why are they all so good at ice adventuring? They're all Indiana Jones. Like, everybody's got like some crazy skill. Like, they assembled the Avengers to research this random ice block in the Arctic for some reason.
why were they there? Like, who are these people? What would they research, and why were they so skilled? And why did they have enough dynamite to destroy a city?
Yeah, like McCready is Rambo. Gary is a sharpshooter from Vietnam. They're scaling eyes. Blair is a super genius engineer who, like, you know, like,
Yes.
yeah, like this is definitely a CIA op. They knew about the thing but didn't tell the crew about it.
I mean,
you know,
they are smart. You know, they're in Antarctica. You know, these are scientists, pretty much almost all of them. Like,
Yes, which leads you to wonder how they scaling down.
No, yeah,
Get this
it's
big.
crazy.
Yeah,
And like
permafrost.
smart.
You know, like,
Yeah, I had a thought. I was like, when that was happening, I was like, there's a lot of points of fault here. Like, if this was like a horror movie, they could have like had somebody fall and break their leg, and like they got to bring them back and all that. But really, everything that's horror related is just back at the base. Everything that they do off the base, it feels like kind of like almost safe-ish. They're just trying to like unsolve the mystery, but nothing really goes wrong. Like, there's no like yeah, nothing bad like nature affected them. It's just the alien.
so my next follow up to that is, what's Clark's utility? What the fuck is he doing for them? Is his whole
Clark's just a
thing?
dog handler.
He's just the dog expert. They have a whole guy for that.
Oh, he's just like the sleigh dogs. Yeah, that makes sense. They have one person that watches over the
Yes.
dogs. and
Well,
feeds
you
them.
know, the dogs are very effective in a.
That's
that
fair. I don't know. Everyone else has like a
Yes.
PhD times 6, and this guy is just really good at dog handling. I don't.
But
you know.
Windows doesn't. Windows was goofy. All he did was the radio. He was.
Yeah, he was the radio guy.
Knowles was just. I guess he could
Cook.
cook. Nobody complained about his food.
You know what? You're right. I guess
What was
Knowles.
Child's job? What did Child's do?
Angry black man.
Right.
He was an angry black man.
Yeah. Be frustrated. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
There are a
my
lot of
God.
things. There are a lot of things that I would change. There were a lot that I would change.
That's a good. We should get into representation station then. Let's do that.
Okay.
This is a hard one because for 1982, two of the 5 survivors are black dudes, like at the end of the movie, which, like, you know, like, what does that ever happen? And the survives, like, you know, Childs is alive at the end of the movie with, like, you know, Kurt Russell. So that's like but then also we've got like the cook and then the guy who just gets upset with authority as like our two characters.
Yeah.
But like,
It's
I will
like
say, at least they're
character.
rational. You know, at least they're for the most
Rational.
part capable / rational people. We didn't have
The only
any-
time-
I give it a point system. How do I do that?
we do it out of 10, and then we incorporate like gender, like ethnic diversity, so on and so forth. There's no women in this movie, so it can't be a 10 automatically.
Probably
You see-
a 7 or 8 because of Childs.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I go with 7.
He was at that time. He wasn't what he is now. He's the man right now.
Oh, this is Keith David. Yeah,
This is Keith David.
I love watching a young version of him, man. It's just like he sounds like himself, and he sounds just like.
I like
I don't
old
even know.
Keith David, but young Keith David was definitely like
Oh, yeah. I
don't
know.
step to me, man, I'll smoke you. You know,
Exactly.
like he had like
Yeah,
Shaft energy to him, like a very Samuel Jackson kind of presence. Morris Chestnut could never, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, I would say 7.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, this movie, like ethnically diversity wise, I guess was fine for 82. Like we said, we don't have the black people die first or definitively die, and then also like no women and no other ethnicities for the most part here. But yeah, we get Norwegians, or that's pretty solid.
There's some lady Norwegians, I think.
In the-
I just
in the
think
prequel?
in like, in the film, in the prequel for sure, but in the film of them like finding the spaceship and like they're like oddly like all spaced out and they're like, hey, like we found the spaceship. Like I think there's some smaller statures, but like yeah, no, that's the only. Nah.
I think if there's really a military operation going on, Gary gets like a U.S. president direct phone call to the base, and it's like the Norwegians found a fucking spaceship. Go over there immediately. Like I feel like there's no way it takes them weeks to find out. I know there's a storm and the radios get knocked out, but I think like the government sends like an AC-130 spy jet immediately to the Arctic base after they discover the spaceship.
Back in 1982, you think so? Nowadays, I mean,
yeah, we're doing like Iran Contra. Like, you know, I think we can handle a little Antarctic espionage situation. Let's see. I guess we can go to most chilling scene.
Yeah, I'll go first since I already said it. Like, yeah, that Bennings, yeah, when he's just, we get the yell. It kind of reminds me of, you guys seen the Sleepaway Camp?
Sleepaway Camp, the first one, yeah.
Yeah, that movie, yeah, like the end of
Worst movie ever made. Go on.
Terrible take.
Hot topic.
I remember. I remember. I'm gonna say this. I remember watching that when I left. I thought this was the worst movie I ever saw in my life. I've seen worse since then. But yes,
Okay.
That's my dad with the Blair Witch Project, the original one, the found footage movie. That's his most hated movie of all time.
It was crap, but go on.
Okay, as I was saying, the screech and the yell, it remind me of that. It's like it sounds just human and then not human, and then there's something else mixed in there where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. Like there's like this human fear of like the cosmic of like there's stuff you just can't comprehend, and I just feel like that screech just
it's one of them, and it echoes too.
Yeah, it echoes. It just sounds so ominous. But yeah, that's mine. I'll lock it in.
Lighting. Okay, well,
the lighting of like the flares.
I would say initially my first thought quickly would be the compression.
Oh, the defibrillator.
Because it was so unexpected. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was so unexpected when the chest opens up, and it opens up long enough for your brain to be like, did that chest just open up? Like, it wasn't quick. It was,
yes.
I'm open. Look. Wait, what's getting ready?
Yeah, you're right. It is like and then there's a moment delay before it clamps down on the arm. So it's like if you really locked in, you could have pulled back, but that's what, it lingers there for a minute.
McCready would have been ready.
That was my first thought. But thinking back to 1982, it just has to be the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's your first impression of the.
So unexpected that it opened up and did all the things, and it grew, and it's taken over the dog, and it was sad, and it was frightened, and it's like, what is happening? Why is it happening?
Could you imagine going to school the next day, like post The Thing in theaters?
Or it was the summertime. It was summertime. We talked about it for weeks.
Oh, see, that's not as bad because you can go to your friend's house and stay up a little bit, and kind of talk about it and pretend like you weren't terrified to go to bed. But like, yeah, no.
No, we didn't pretend. We were all affected. It was traumatizing. I'm sorry.
Just I'm going to sleep like on the couch or something like visible.
But that would be my scene.
That's a pretty good one too. I have to go with definitively Palmer's transformation. Just I can't be tied to the creature.
The shaking,
the thing.
man.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
And when he flops up into the ceiling. Yes.
The face melting.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's just like, what is going on, man? No, I can't do it.
Exorcist, flies to this. I was like, oh god, I forgot about that.
Forget getting burned or whatever. I'm asking that McCready blows my head off before this thing gets its hands on me. Like when it starts.
It doesn't kill you per se. Like it's not like when it attacked Windows. You thought and it grabbed his head, it would like bite it off and he would just die. But it wasn't.
Right. No, it was just giving him a hard time. Yeah. Like, you know,
Yeah, give him a hard time.
yeah, he was joshing with him. He wasn't even for real, you know. Like, yeah, that's so much worse. Yeah, no, that's so much worse. Okay,
Because it can't kill. It can't kill. I just thought about that. It can't kill the victim because it needs a victim to be alive so it can turn into it needs that thing.
it's got to copy the cells. Yeah, so yeah, it does. It doesn't do Necronomicon stuff. You're right. It does have to be. That's so much worse. All right, Graves' mistake. You know, like for those of you unfamiliar, that's the decision that led to the ultimate downfall. I'm gonna go with Clark's ass not locking the dog up immediately.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean,
oh, the Norwegian guy not dropping a grenade, also solid pick, by the way. Just giving you some ammo there.
oh, not speaking English while you're at it.
just keep fixing blaming the Norwegians. Yeah.
Keep it single, yeah. I was gonna say for mine. Oh, Mike, you got one?
I was gonna go back to the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when he's shooting, he sucks. He was a horrible.
Better aim. Yeah, fuck the Norwegians. America's supremacy. Hell
Yeah, go America, yeah.
Squaw!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for me. That immediately I was frustrated as an adult. Having seen Star Wars, I was like, come on,
bro, you know,
you suck, dude. The dog is right there. He's right there.
bro, shoot that.
I'm sorry.
That was good.
That's mine.
See, okay, mine. It's just the initial, like them bringing back that desecrated, burnt corpse of the.
Oh, that was a bad idea. Yeah.
Everything goes back to Norwegians, by the way, apparently with us. But yeah, no, them bringing that back, because that sets into effect the Bennings transformation and whatnot. But I don't know like how the story would go if that doesn't happen. Like, does the thing just slowly pick them off one by one, assimilation, and then like, as we know it, they're all assimilated, and the thing just runs the base. Because they don't know that it can become a human until that happens with Bennings, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so
I think we would have been different, because the dog stuff would have happened.
It would have happened, yeah.
At some point, they would have burned it, like they did, thought it was dead, put it somewhere, like do autopsy, put it somewhere.
Autopsy. Yeah, that's
the same thing happens again with some other character. So it all of that was inevitable, except the fact that they didn't shoot the dog running through the snow.
Yeah, it's like the Arthur Morgan tuberculosis. It just has to happen. Like, there's no way to circumvent that. All right, sequel possibility. Obviously, we have a dog shit 2011 prequel, but would you like to see a sequel to The Thing, and then what would it look like? Because I'm totally down for 85-year-old Kurt Russell to come back. And Keith David, you know, like I'll take.
Keith David. Yeah. I don't think they would be in the movie. But
no, I think it would be. Could you imagine?
Russell would be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would be the person saying, "I went through this. I know."
Oh, okay.
And then
like the old guy.
But what you don't expect is an hour and 30 minutes into the movie, Childs also has a cameo appearance, and we're like, oh, neither of them died, and the rescue team showed up in time, and you know they were fine. And then that version of The Thing that is actually good, and then Kurt Russell dies in some kind of interesting sacrifice play. I'm totally down for a terrible B movie, The Thing sequel. I would get down with that for sure.
I would not watch it unless it's Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. I don't think I would watch. Just like you didn't watch The Thing. I would.
I could do Zach Kreger's The Thing.
It was hard watching
I don't know.
It was hard watching that. It wasn't the worst movie, but it was hard because you saw the original.
It just ruined something.
And how the writers, it was so ambiguous. Like you never knew. But this movie, the 2011 movie, I didn't care.
I feel that way about Halloween 2 when they shoot him in the eyes twice and blow him up and then he comes back again. Yeah.
Is that also John Carpenter?
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay. He has his hits.
He's not perfect.
Yeah, he's not perfect. In one of his interviews, he goes, "I did it for money," and that's like hilarious. Like, he just admitted to that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I think if they did a thing, if they did it again, if they did it now, it would be successful for people like us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The curiosity of it.
So I go see it.
Hey, we sold him on the sequel.
For me, like I have a very nihilistic like way of the ending. Like I just assume that they both just slowly die from hypothermia, and like there's nothing of that. And then maybe like researchers or like just people.
Child's a second born kid.
Okay. Oh, he comes back. Okay.
Yeah, Childs has kids in like Ohio or something, and they grow up.
There has to be a legacy character.
Yeah.
They were revenge on the thing.
Yeah.
They go to Antarctica.
Okay.
No, it's not that terrible. We do an alien Earth scenario where it's the thing 2035. And it makes its way to Earth, and it's like Childs'
Another
kid, moving through like McCormick Place trying to find the thing. I think that's what we really.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I would enjoy it.
It's fine.
It would be good.
You got a sequel possibility, Justin, or are you just completely out of the?
If it is one, it's nothing involving any type of legacy character.
You're tired of I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Rescuers, they come because they're like, what happened to our fucking base? Like, we gotta go check that out, obviously. So they're gonna be like, whoa, what are these frozen bits? We got to take these back. We got to research them.
Oh, like Predator 2.
Maybe it's like a ship on its way back to like South America or wherever like the next dock is from like Antarctica, and everything happens on there. But that's like the closest thing to like a true like sequel that I can even think of. Somebody coming for help.
Okay, that's fair. I think it's time to give the movie our rating. We use the Letterboxd 5-star system here. I'm gonna give it a solid 5. Practical effects is like a dying art form. The movie looks great. It's captivating. John Carpenter, the score, the performances, like the mystery of it. It's rewatchability, and it's still scary in 2025. So definitely 5 out of 5 stars for The Thing.
Yeah, I'll go next. Is going up there with Carrie. Maybe because I watched it as a child, but yeah, it's another 5. That and the Carrie, yeah. Just like Jesse said, practical effects. I love just like the icy hell that they kind of talk about. Like not even talk about. It's kind of just a isolation.
It's like the vibes.
Yeah, the vibes, man. Just the vibes of just being trapped and this cosmic thing is going on and you have no clue. You can't understand it. The horror, the sounds, like I said, just the themes of just not being able to trust the person that you've known for 10 years. That's a 10er for me, or a 5er for me.
It's peak.
Yeah, peak on peak.
Well, since I volunteered to come on this show specifically
For the
talk
thing.
about this movie, it's 5.
Yeah, we got on 15.
Easily 5. It's even with the little nitpicky things. As an adult, I'm watching like it's so engrossing. Because you think back, like at the beginning, you just don't know what's going to happen. It's not clear what's going to happen, and it's unfolding, and you still don't know what's going to happen. It's unfolding, you still don't know what's going to happen. You're seeing it's like, what is happening?
Yes, every time you watch the movie, you try to solve the mystery, like from the start. Like you don't, like you somehow don't know what's going on, but you still try
What's the order?
Yes,
it's so hard.
Yes, you're still trying to figure out what's going on every time you rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was traumatizing in a positive way. And like there are a few movies that I watched as a child or a teenager that affected me, like Jaws and The Thing, and that would be American Werewolf in London would be the other one. The other things that came out were just kind of silly, but the effects were new for us. So we're sitting there like,
they can do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Yeah, why would you want to? Let alone we've been asking why we could versus if we should. That bullshit. All right, well,
Yes. Okay.
I'm really happy we all really enjoyed this movie. It's definitely a cult classic, which is why the episode ran so long. So thank you guys for listening, and don't forget to check out Who You Got with Mike and Mario. If you're into music and comparing excellent iconic songs. So thank you guys, and we'll see you later.
Later.
Bye.